This video is a continuation of our series about the 10 Sefirot. It presents the Sefirah of Tiferet, or beauty. Tiferet is also known as God's attribute of mercy, which, when properly applied, balances the attribute of God's kindness, which is Chesed, with the attribute of God's justice, Gevurah. The appropriate correspondence of Tiferet is the concept of the beautiful Shabbat bride, which relates to the beautiful Queen of Israel and the mothers taking care and raising their young children. In order to bring a balance in this world, we need to assist pregnant women in financial distress to avoid making a decision to terminate their pregnancies. We need to assist and help them to defend the innocent unborn who doesn't have any means of sustenance of their own.
Speaking about the beauty of the Sabbath and the queen and the wife, we have a tradition in Judaism that we welcome in the Sabbath queen, Shabbos Amalka, on Friday night. In the ancient city of Safad, the Kabbalists congregated in the old days, and they had a very interesting custom. They would all get dressed up in their best clothes, go to the outskirts of the city on Friday evening, and march into the town, Safad, singing, welcoming in the Sabbath bride. We do the same thing today in our synagogue. At the end of the welcoming in service on Friday night for the Sabbath, there's a hymn called Lecha Dodi. That is, welcome my beloved, come my beloved. And this is about the Sabbath bride. We're going to sing that hymn in a moment, but I would just like to back up about another queen, Esther. Esther was considered the most beautiful young lady in her Persian setting, in a Persian country, and was chosen by the king of Persia as to be his queen, not realizing that she was Jewish. Of course, people who know the story of the book of Esther know that it was because of Esther that Haman was ultimately destroyed. If you read the story, you'll see that he was caught by the king sitting on Esther's bed, and it was maybe innocent, maybe not innocent, but because of this, the king got so angry with Haman that he had him hung. But the rabbis ask a question: why was Haman destroyed through Queen Esther, Esther Hamalka? And this does relate to Shabbos Hamalka. So the rabbis ask, why did Haman have to be destroyed through Esther? Why couldn't he be destroyed through Mordechai? And the rabbis understood that, in fact, because it was Esther Hamalka, the queen, the beautiful queen, the Tiferet, that Haman was destroyed, and I will explain how this happened. there is an analogy to Shabbos Hamalka. When the holiday of Purim comes out on the Sabbath, we don't read the book of Esther. Any other day that it comes out during the week, Sunday through Friday, we read the book of Esther to commemorate the holiday, except on the Sabbath. And the question is why? And the answer is Shabbos Hamalka, the Sabbath queen. Now, what is the relation between the Sabbath queen and Esther Hamalka and Haman? So the rabbis noted a very interesting and curious coincidence. The word Haman, and we discussed this in a previous video, the letters in Hebrew are also numbers. The letters in the word Haman, the He, the Mem, and the Nun, add up to 95. Curiously, the word Malka also adds up. The word that means queen in Hebrew adds up to 95. And the rabbis looked at that and said it had to be through Esther and not through Mordechai. So what does that have to do with Shabbos Hamalka, the Sabbath queen, and not reading the Megillah, the book of Esther, on Sabbath when Purim falls out on a Sabbath? It's because the Sabbath itself is Shabbos Hamalka, the Sabbath queen. And that Malka is what is spiritually active to counteract the evil of Haman. Okay, so the welcoming in the Sabbath bride, the Sabbath queen, with the hymn Lecha Dodi, we'll now try to sing through the Lecha Dodi. Come, my beloved. Lecha Dodi likras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo l'siferes v'lis hila lecha dodi likras kala b'nei Shabbos nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitze imitoch ha'hafecha Ravloch sheves b'yemekabacha v'hu yachamol olayichem la lecha dodi likras kala b'nei Shabbos nekabela hisna ari me'afor kumi livshi bigdei sifarteich ami Al yad ben Yishai beis halachmi korva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos nekabela hisoreri kiva orech kumi ori Uri shir daberi kivod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos nekabela v'ayulim shisa sho soyich v'rochaku kol miv'al oyich yosis alayich Elohayich ki mesos choson al kala lecha dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos nekabela yamin usmol tifrotzi v'es Adonai ta'aritzi al yad ish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos nekabela boi b'shalom ateres bala גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבס נקבלה.